Hello on this 81-degree Northern California day. It is Saturday, May 24th. That's what I thought it was. This is Monstera Ansonii. I have neglected it as far as putting it on a pole because I wanted it to get to a certain length before I pulled it, and I was very concerned that they're going to stay bent like that and I'd have to start over. But they go up quite nicely. So I've got several little branches going on over here. And I believe the older they get, the bigger the leaves. They do make miniatures of these, and I'm like, miniatures. But I want to give it justice. I've always wanted this plant. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this up. I have a moss pole. These water things, I wouldn't waste my time. They go through water like no tomorrow. I think they're stupid. It doesn't water. It's going to water when it wants to water. I was going to use them. When I went on vacation, but plans have changed. So I did a video about getting some moss poles. Here they are. I don't know if we're supposed to soak them or not. You can. They can start a new growth. I think that's what I'll do. Since my sink is right here, go like that. See if I can't soak it. So I woke up about 6:30 this morning, and the poles also come with Velcro, which I have tons of Velcro, and then some twine, however you want to, do it up. All right, this does give off a brown tinge, which I wouldn't doubt. I tried to do a homemade one of these poles. It was just like a huge stick, and I did not care for that. So I'm going to go ahead and throw it down to that base. What do I want to use? Let's use some twine first. Twine is easier to work with, especially when you don't know what you're going to be doing. So you can take this, and it does take time. Don't rush. If you break it, no big deal, because it will, you can get a new start off of it. But just take your time. And I'm gonna save some time and break off some pieces or cut some pieces. All right, that. I got tons of twine that I used on the cat's tower. The neat thing about the tower and the box that I made is you can change up the toys. You can put in catnip and, you just change things up. It's like a bird. You have to find new things for it to have fun with, and then put away the old, and then bring the old back after a couple of months or something. So this is not bending too well, but nope, you didn't like that, did you? All right, it wants to. Nope, still wants to do that. You gotta be careful of where. I think I'm gonna have to end up doing Velcro. Come on. See, go like that. Okay, I have to do several times. So I'm gonna take a guesstimate of how big I need it, and I'll make several of these. And then cut them extra long so you can adjust. Like, say something happens and you want to put another branch there. You'll have extra to, instead of making a new Velcro strip. So make several of these. I bought a whole big box of like 8 of them from Temu, and I have yet to open that up because everything I buy plant related seems to come with it. Alright, now this moss is also going to encourage those air nodes, air roots, whatever you want to call them, to grow. See, that's too small. Let me get a bigger one, see if it works. And you can also put these together and make a big long one. But right now I want to do it at the base of the thickness. And air nodes are not, I call them air nodes, I don't know. See, that's still not long enough. Holy shit. Seriously? Yes, seriously. Okay. Then you just join them together like that. Alright, here we go. 9th attempt. You may have to readjust several times because it doesn't look good after you add some more branches. So see, now I have more than enough Velcro. Okay. May have to readjust. Who knows? And then we're going to take some twine. Since that base is already done, I'm going to put some twine loosely. Don't want it tight because it's going to pinch the leaf or the stem. You can double knot it, you can bow it, what have you. There we go. Like that. Just play around with it. It's yearning to grow, and I have several new leaves coming out, and I've been ignoring it, and it's like, this is my dream, one of my dream plants. I don't need the fancy pink ones and the $1,000 Thai constellation, this, that, and the other. I do have one from Walmart. They were selling it. I should have taken a picture before. Oh well. And I got it for $35. And the prices of plants, no matter where you go, are going to fluctuate. Depends upon the interest. People are going to go, oh, you know, if they see a fluctuation of plants being bought of one kind, then they're going to up the prices. So these like Thai constellations, it's funny. I have one in Marketplace on Facebook in my town. And there's one person selling a stem with roots for $5. And somebody else is trying $500 for a large Monstera constellation. And I'm like, seriously? Get over it. I understand the bigger the plant, the more money you can get. But there's, you know, there's a limit. If you are a green thumb and you know you can't lose it, there's no way of it dying, then so be it. But okay, so now this one needs readjusting, so I'm going to do this one. Go. Some of these nodes are going on the pole, some are not. You can do it if you want the nodes to touch. But you can also find out what your plant is doing, and then see there's a bare spot here. So I'm going to fill that in by going this way. And I'm going to do another one here. You could, you know, cut off one, put in another. If you have two holding, I'm not going to continue with that thought because I'm not going to make sense. So I was outside playing in the garden for a minute. I was sitting on the chair getting some sun. We have our races, car races at our fairgrounds, which is right across the street from me. We weren't sure if we're going to have races anymore because they couldn't find a person for a contract. And anybody who wanted a contract always got denied. And all of a sudden the person got accepted. And so now the races will go on. When I did the races, I was a photographer. And it was freaking intense because you're in the center of the ring. Center of the whatever you want to call it. cars buzzing by. I had tires around me, like big tractor tires, because they had the tractor tires around the edges of the track. So if cars did go over, it would slow them down, kind of thing. I didn't need to be close. I could be literally in the center of it and because I had a Nikon zoom. And so I can get plenty of pictures, and I did, you know, over and over and over. And then my pictures went into the program. And then the person doing the program didn't like what was going on for whatever behind the scenes I wasn't aware of, don't care. Didn't like it, so they quit. And the new person got a hold of me. And as my payment for taking pictures for the program, I got free food. Of course, I'm going to have we had to have tags because some people were taking advantage of it and saying they're a photographer and they weren't. So we had to wear badges, of course. But we got free food, and the fair manager at the time said, you don't have to wait in line, go up front, just let them know who you are because you have a time limit when we get the races going, blah, blah, blah. That didn't always happen. People got upset. They didn't understand it. And then my pictures got in the program, and then I said, well, if you want to have any specific pictures from any specific driver, like the driver can approach me and email me and all that stuff, then I would go ahead and take pictures X amount of times and sell them for X amount. And then when we're done, we would all gather at this local pizza factory, which still exists today, and the owner, who also drives of that, it's called Pizza Factory. Some of you are probably familiar with that. But the owner of it, his name is Jeff Chew, C-H-E-W. So his car was Jeff Chew. It was cute. So he had the restaurant, and we would gather there, and I would take my, somebody would take their video. Somebody did a video for Jeff, and they would load the video up, put it on the TV. Everybody would watch it while they're talking and BS, and I'd be at my own area, and looking through pictures, and if people saw me, they can approach me, but I didn't force myself on there and said, hey, yo, number 26, I got an awesome picture of you flipping over the wall. Do you want that? Blah, blah. Nope. I let them approach me. It was in the program. Before the races, I would go down the racetrack, and I would meet the drivers and tell them, yep, I'm the photographer. And so if they said, hey, yeah, I want some photos of me, that, and the other, then I would take it for them in exchange for one of their t-shirts for their cars, which worked out great because I could have used t-shirts then and there. Just getting rid of some of these ugly leaves. It's important to mist these. If you don't mist them, they can't open up all the way. And that's when they just curl and get stupid on you. But see how naked it is on certain areas? So as it grows, I'm just going to, you know, fiddle-faddle with it. Oh, so for example, this little fella, just broke that off, brand new leaf, that's good. Yes. And so now I'm going to cut that rope off because it's not holding anything except for the sheath of the plant. And so I'm just going to cut that off. And so what you want to try to do is twist it and fill in the spaces. See, that's kind of like a brownish gross color. So I will leave that there. And since I'm doing this, see, and now you have to work around the other limbs, either go around them or go underneath them. But yeah, it's that time of year where I have to pay attention to my plants. They're going to start growing, and I gave them, it's called Bless Your Plants, and it's pretty good plant food. So I'm trying that because they guarantee to have more green on your plants, which I don't believe them anyway, but I just go off the reviews. So we'll try it and see. All right, there we go. Much neglected plant. That's all I'm doing for it. And as it grows, it seems like they're all bulked over here on this side because they're all growing on this side. So as it grows more, there's a new leaf right here. Right there. I don't know if there's any other leaves, but yeah. What I'm going to do is take it outside for a few minutes because it's very hot outside. I don't want it to burn. I'm going to mist it really good, and then we'll bring it in. I just want to give it some sunshine. Some direct sunshine isn't good. It's never been outside. You don't want to overdo it. All right. All right, now that I'm done sneezing and got your attention, we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.